membership meeting, and another shall occur within 4 weeks following that meeting. That's pretty much all.
Would you be interested in a motion of us needing to conform an amendment to conform to the bylaw meeting 8 times a year as opposed to monthly?
Yes.
I guess Richard had made the motion.
I make the motion, yes, absolutely.
Amending the original motion of meeting monthly to meeting in accordance with the bylaws.
All right, basically you restate your motion and then.
All right, after the discussion, Mr. May, it's come to our attention that 8 meetings per year is what the bylaws originally said. That was amended to go to bi-monthly. I motion that we go back to the 8 meetings per year.
So at this point, if there's no more discussion, then the chairman says, no, we. Oh, he's second. I'll second it. See, we're supposed to basically make the motion. All right, and then you second it, then we have the discussion. Based on this situation, what happened, it wasn't seconded, so it shouldn't have been talked about, but since we were out of order, you know.
Who's out of order?
Well, basically, we're out of order from this. Nobody, personally, it's the Robert's Rules of Order, is you start out and you make a motion. All right, somebody has to second that motion, and then you go into discussion, and then you vote. That's the way it always goes. All right.
I have a question about this. Is this one of the rules where we have to have a 2-thirds majority to change the
Well,
meeting?
technically, you'd probably be amending your bylaws to change the number of meetings that you had, so you really should be here at 8 meetings.
Well, we need 2-thirds here because we had 2-thirds when we changed. So we changed it back.
As far as the, so you're trying, how many meetings do you have right now?
6.
6. Okay. And you basically are saying that you amended your bylaws the last time to change the number of meetings that you had?
Not the last time, it's a year or so ago, maybe a year ago.
But basically, the bylaws were amended.
No.
No, we have nothing in writing on bylaw.
That's right, 8 is.
Well, then you probably just need to have a vote on this motion, and if you're going to go back to 8, just go back to 8.
Mr. Chair, call the roll.
All right.
All in favor of?
Okay, could you say the motion one more time, make sure everybody's clear?
I make a motion that we return to the 8 meetings per year as specified in the bylaws.
Second.
Well, we've already seconded, basically she was just clarifying before we vote. Okay, so now what we do by the Robert's Rules of Order, we vote verbally, and basically it's a majority vote. And that's it. So then we all in favor?
Opposed?
All opposed? Okay.
I'm calling them now on this.
Right.
The ayes have it.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, make sure, I think it's probably in the interest of the minutes to reflect that the attorney suggested that we comply with the 8.
I don't think so, Richard. The minutes are not a verbatim transcript of what happened.
I think it's a very important thing to add to it.
Well,
Mr. Chair, we're drifting.
let me just be heard on this, that I'm not necessarily recommending anything, but I'm just trying to clarify and lay out for the whole board what the bylaws are, just so that everyone understands. I'm in no way am I advocating anything, and I'm just telling you how to facilitate what you're doing, what you're trying to do.
Exactly. Thank you. And we appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. But we do not have 50 minutes. I'm sorry.
So we're going to have 8 meetings per year.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
We got number 2. Yeah. Okay. All right.
This concludes the business meeting.
Oh, wait a minute. There's one more item on the agenda. Me, the parliamentarian.
What?
Yeah. I'm kind of squeezed in there.
Oh, yeah, and I actually support you on that. Go ahead.
Now, basically, what I've done, I've been nominated to be the parliamentarian, and I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm learning, and I've learned quite a bit since I started. And Robert's Rules of Order, it's a great, great tool. And it's a kind of a boring book. You can buy this book about this thick and just bore yourself out of your mind. But all through government, any small organizations use the Robert's Rules of Order to keep order. That's basically what it is. So things move smoothly, so when we get bogged down inside conversations or personal attacks on each other. So basically what I did, I created a website, and if you'd like to write it down, it's educateu.com/RROO. And that has the Robert's Rules of Orders that this board uses. Plus it's also for our board members. So I've made that available not only to ourselves, but to you as citizens, so you can see how the meetings are conducted, get a better idea of what's going on. Let's see, I had a... Yeah, basically they're all, it's all set up as PDF files, so if you have access to your computer, if you know about PDF files, you just click it and open right up. If you don't have PDF, you can download the software. They'll bring it into your computer so you can read these files. Also on this website, there's also videos showing how properly conducted Robert's Rules of Meeting is conducted, and gives you some background and some history on the Robert's Rules of Order.
May I just ask what that website was one more time?
Oh, okay. The website address again is educateu.com/RROO.
I'm out of order, but I would request that you email that to all the URTV members and let us know about it, because there's some other boards need to know it's there too. Okay?
Yeah, see what I did, I also put the website on there, and you can email it to people, and anybody want to
Good, do
email
that.
it to.
Send it to everybody, all the members, so we'll all have it.
Bob, with your permission, it's been suggested that we link it from, and I'm going to build on your suggestion here, Jeff, from both the URTV forums and urtvweb.com, so people can find it easier. If it's okay with you, I'll put a big link up.
Yeah, ideally, I think the best situation, ideally as a group and URTV and the board of directors, we bring it on the same server. So that stuff is in-house. Something happens to me, or I disappear, or whatever, it survives. See, so that would be something we could talk about it on a later meeting, how we want to do that. That's an agenda item for the next meeting.
My concern is that anything with the URTV logo gets centralized to the URTV forum site, whatever the good information is,
Okay.
and that's what the discussion is about.
And Bob, I'd just like to say I appreciate you taking the time to assist us with the Robert's Rules of Order and all these other things we have to deal with.
Yeah, I want to thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my goal of being on this board as a member is I saw a slogan about Albert Einstein, and I thought it was really good, and I thought intellectuals solve problems where geniuses prevent them. And my goal is to prevent problems. So that's my objective.
So your goal is to be a genius?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right, this concludes our business, and we can take public comment at this time.
For those who signed up.
Yeah. If you signed up for public comment?
Yeah.
And one comment for you, Don, and you need to have this on your show, people worry about us having executive sessions. Look at your county commissioners next Tuesday.
Why do you think I asked that be put on your board? So that's the people I want to send it to.
Yeah.
Okay. Has everybody signed up that wanted to speak? Does anybody want to speak tonight? Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I've got 5 people want to speak. Basically what I've done here... Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, here. Got to get on the list. Anybody else?
Speech.
Now what I've done, normally we give, I have a little timer here, so I'll go over our minutes. If you remember from last time. And I was trying to set for 3 minutes, I got 5 minutes. We set 5 minutes, so, because some people can really talk a long time, so you limit the time, have a little time here, which we used last time, which worked pretty good.
I think you ought to give turn caution to the last minute. See?
But what?
Change colors the last minute.
Yeah, I know, well, that's the software, that's not me.
When you say that, excuse me, that your business, that's everything that's on the agenda?
That's it.
That's
It's
it.
been done?
Yep. We survived it.
They did his phone rings.
Sorry. Go ahead.
There it is. Okay. Basically, it'll count down, it gets to 5, it'll say stop, and if you don't stop, then I'll stop you. So no big deal, but this way you can pace yourself, and it worked really good last time. Okay, so I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I got Gillian Kearns, Dale Joyner, Jason Sanford.
Here.
Okay. Jerry Rice. Okay. John Blackwell. And Matthew Howard. Okay, so let's start with our first guest, Gillian Kearns.
I'm Gillian Kearns. Thank you for this time to speak. Basically, I have a few questions, so this is a two-way street. As you all know, this community got a lot of bad media, specifically referring to the articles in Mountain Express. Okay, I think some questions have been raised by those articles, and I haven't heard anyone address those questions. Is URTV in violation of the open meetings law of the state? It's my understanding that whether or not, however you want to, with your 501 or you're this or you're that, you've made an agreement with both the city and the county that you will abide by the open meetings law. I don't know if he violated it or not. That's a question that was brought up by a reporter. And there are a lot of people, at least in West Asheville, or some people in West Asheville, my neighbors, who, you know, they have a really bad feeling about all of this. I mean, any nonprofit has to, you know, do their bylaws, and if they make an agreement with any government body, they have to abide by that, or they'll get their funding taken away. Whether it's PG funding through, you know, our cable fee or whatever. I've been at city council meetings, and I know the city has given you $75,000 in the past of taxpayer funds. I don't have an argument in all of this except for the funding. I mean, either you have violated the North Carolina open meetings law or you haven't. Now, I don't know how you go about figuring that out. I don't think you can investigate yourselves. Do I have to go to boards and commission with the city, or we can do this through the county? But this has brought a really bad taste in the community. And I don't see anyone from URTV addressing it. Now, I don't spend all day long on the internet. Maybe there's a lot of stuff. I'm not in town all the time. Maybe there's a lot of stuff I don't know. But something's not right here. You have concerned citizens off the street coming in here and saying, something's wrong here. And you can say, you're not using public funds. Well, yeah, yes, you are using public funds. And yes, the city has to, you know, sign on to what you're doing, and the county has to sign on to what you're doing. And I wish, like I said, this is a two-way thing here. I wish someone could address this concern, because I'm at a loss. I call Mountain Express and they say, well, I tried to get with all the people and they won't talk to us. So what's going on here? Either you have or you haven't violated open meetings laws. And where do we go from here? Do we have to go to boards and commissions? Where do we move from this? I mean, you know, you've got all your own problems. You're going to have funding problems down the line. You're going to have all sorts of stuff. In my community in West Asheville, people are not happy. And I'm letting you know that. We are not happy. And you, in one way, shape, or form, are using our money. So what's going on? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Next speaker is Dale Joyner.
Yeah, I would just like to, maybe I'll talk to you later.
Sure, I'm your neighbor, Trinity.
Well, maybe we can discuss that later.
Yeah, I'm happy.
No, we're not.
Well,
I just said I got this really late.
Discussion is open.
Okay. You ready?
I'd like to address my comment to the president.
Can you speak up, please?
I would like to address my comment to the president, and it's a petition, and it reads, "We, the undersigned petition, URTV Board of Directors, to the URTV Board of Directors, to discuss the dismissal of Davine Dow as the member-elected board member for the following. Dow has brought undue negative publicity and false rumors to URTV that have served to bring URTV negative press and at a very critical period. Since slander material related to URTV, its board and its executive members, to the National Alliance of Community Members, to be distributed throughout the country, has stated publicly that if it was not for the Tea Party show, which was a show in violation of URTV rules and procedures, that she would not have anything to do with URTV, and as openly defile policies of URTV as a seated board meeting." And this is Mrs. Dial over here. Mrs. Dial does not represent me as a producer, nor does she represent the majority of producers that have signed this petition. She has stated that there's only 26 producers in URTV. 26 has signed, so unanimously, we ask for the dismissal of Ms. Dial.
Would you like to submit that to the board?
Yes, I'll submit it to the president. This is a copy if you would like the original.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
I'm a producer who is here, I did not sign.
No, you didn't sign it. Your name's not on there.
Because
Your name's not on
I'm
there.
opposed to your viewpoint, that's
Okay,
why.
your name's not there.
Wait a minute. Could I ask you, okay, you're our guest. After the meeting's over, you have discussions, okay? All right, our next speaker is, wait a minute, sorry. Our next speaker is Jason Sanford.
Hello, my name is Jason Sanford, and I'm the multimedia editor for the Mountain Express newspaper. I've been at the Mountain Express for about a year, after previously working for the Asheville Citizen-Times for 13 years as both an editor and a reporter. I've been a reporter covering local government for almost 20 years. And I'm just speaking to you, the board, to urge you guys to be as open and transparent as possible in doing your business. The Mountain Express on February 2nd sent a formal request for all board minutes, and we have yet to hear an official response from anybody representing the board. the state public records or open records law requires some response from you guys within a reasonable amount of time. And like I said, we've had no formal response. Since we made the request, somebody at URTV did respond by posting most of the minutes on your website, and we appreciate that. Not all the minutes have been posted. We would urge you to post all your board minutes there on the website. And again, we just would really urge an open line of communication. We want to talk with you, we want to hear from you. And as I said, we haven't had any formal response. So we appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Okay, our next speaker is Jerry Rice.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Mr. President, and members of the board. I'm a community agitator, as you all know. I've been here for 20-some years. Jerry knows me very well. As frequent commissioners, you know me. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to say it in good, plain, simple words. This looks like a kangaroo court today, and it shouldn't be. It should be respectful, and it should be meaningful, and the citizens ought to be respected as well. When I got here tonight, I turned my video camera on, and I don't know the gentleman's name, but I'll be respectful to ask.
I'm Robert Roberts, and I still think you're out of line.
Robert?
Yes.
And Mr. Roberts.
Pardon?
You can ask for your opinion.
Look, point of order. Point of order. This is public comment. We as board members are here to listen, and we're not here to create a two-way communication between the community and the board members. It's their opportunity to speak what they have to say.
Go ahead, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I get the time to start over?
Ain't nobody used to sign this yet, Jerry. You do it for 3, forget it.
But anyway, I was approached by one of the board members here and asked why I was videoing before the board even got here. This is a public building, public facility, and you can video all you want to. And each board member, I would respectfully say that if you're a volunteer, it ought not to be begrudgingly. You ought to get your training. You ought to know what you're doing before you volunteer for the board. And I think it ought to be a standing thing in your bylaws, if it's not, to get trained on what open meetings law is and how to conduct the Robert's Rules of Order. And if you're going to use the Robert's Rules of Order, you either use it all or none of it, or part of it, and distinguish what part that is. You can do whatever. The Board of Commissioners, and they all do this. They choose and pick what they want. You need to make sure you let the public know what it is. The thing that I would like to share with you is very simple. What I learned in kindergarten is all I ever know, would ever need. Is that a simple statement? Respect. That goes 2 ways. So when I'm videoing you, you ought to respect me. When I'm standing on the other side, I respect you. One thing that I would have as a public comment to the board, as a URTV board, why don't you have your board meetings videoed on URTV where it's a record, a standing record,
Right here.
okay, but do it live where people can participate. And the one thing that I'm concerned about is you got an attorney on board, but it seems like you don't ask him many questions to clarify good statements. You need to take a good use of the attorney to explain things, and I think you'd get well educated. Or, on attorneys, opinions are like peanuts. It's just whatever the attorney wants to throw out sometimes, and that's not disrespectful to the attorney, because his opinion is not worth anything until it's tried in court and proved that he's right. So you just found out the county commissioners lost the zoning, so it's a good example, Their opinion didn't hold up, did it? That lawyer didn't hold up. So we can all stand to learn from each other and appreciate one another. And You can fool some of the people some of the time, but can't fool all the people all the time. I think a lot of the things that we are hearing tonight and hear from the negativity is not because you're not good people, but it's because you're ignorant. Ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorant means you're not educated to what you need to be doing. So I think if you got a bylaw, if you got an open meeting law, you got Robert's Rules of Order, get yourself in order before you start telling everybody else how.
There you go.
You got it? If you didn't, I'll say it again. I've got 3 more
Okay. Our next speaker is John Blackwell.
All right. Thank you. Anybody who knows me knows that I have always been concerned about the operation of URTV and that it operate well. The last time I was in this building for a meeting, there was a member here who, the best thing I heard while I was here, he asked if a caller ID could be connected to the telephone in the main studio, so that if there were obscene phone calls and stuff like that, they could be censored off of the air. Is there anyone here who knows, has the caller ID been? This has been at least 4 months ago. How long ago has it been that this member asked for this to be done? Does anybody know if this has been done? Unfortunately, he's not here. I can't ask him. Is there anyone who can say that they've heard anybody mention trying to fix the line in the studio so that they could see caller IDs? No, okay. That would be typical of the way that the people running URTV ignore excellent suggestions from the membership to do things, and because it was mentioned by a member, they seem to have some other game they want to play. And I'd like to answer your questions that you had about what you were seeing going on here. You've got Devine and Richard. These two on the end over here have been fighting to make URTV have open meetings. They have been fighting to see to it that URTV abide by their own bylaws. And the powers that be have decided to get rid of them. Devine and Richard. And I've been watching it go on for months. And that's about all I've got to say. Thank you very much.
Good job. All right. Well, that concludes. Oh, wait a minute. Got one more speaker. Next one, the last one is Matthew Howard.
Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Howard. I am an active producer at URTV, and I have been occasionally commenting on what's going on in the forums, but I have been very deliberate from the start to not be in a position in which I am accusing anybody of anything or flinging any mud. I am of the opinion that to pick unnecessary fights is an impedance to productivity, and it is distraction. It does not help get things done. And it is my opinion that since this whole thing has gone down, there has been behavior and judgment on the part of people on both sides of this issue that has just made this worse. And I just want to say the most important thing to me is that the money is supposedly going to run out come July 2010. That's the phrase I keep hearing. That's the date I keep hearing. The most important thing to me is that come August 2010, URTV has a still on the air party. Everything else comes in second place. Everything. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes our speakers for this evening. Thank you for your attention. And we'll return. All right.
We've already done.
Already adjourned.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, everyone, for being here.
I'd like to thank everybody for their comments.
Public comment was really good.
Good job,
I don't know you.
Mike Fryer.
Oh, okay. Richard, well, you've been on. Okay. Richard's been on my show.
I fought the bus stuff and quite a few things.
I think Richard started out coming on my show, and then I told him he was too conservative. Threw him off my show, told him to get his own show. And he did a good job of it. I was so glad, and I'm really sad now that he doesn't have a show. And the same thing goes. The same thing goes for Richard and Don. I'm as politically opposed to them as you can be, but we're great friends, and I will fight for the right that they have to have their right. I am too. I'm a progressive. Thank you very much.
The community is not happy. That's all I'm saying.
John,
you're great.
I left my new job and I wouldn't have it wasn't for everything you taught me.
You left your. I thought you said you left your new job.
I love my new job and I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for everything you taught me.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, Oiler, I love it.
Hey John, I wanted to talk to you about, I've got a documentary project coming up and I have to get a camera for it. And I picked out one, but I would rather talk to you when we're not like in this meeting. Can I call you?
Do you have my number or not?
No.
I'll just tell you.
Okay.
It's area code 828 775 0797.
And only in. I can give you my card, but I'm just like, I'll tell you when I call you, okay, because I don't want to like let it out there. But it's nothing real controversial or anything.
Okay. Well, good.